Welcome back to another Real Talk reaction. This one's for The Office Season 4, Episode number 10. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell as well. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It is only helping the algorithm, which we love. Thanks.
You're adorable. Alright, a couple comments from the last episode, starting with Nate, who says, this might be the episode that goes down as the most legendary episode in Office history. Michelle says, superb episode. Every moment is gold. We have quite a few comments, guys, so just buckle up. Alright, Varys comes through to say, this is a great episode with so many enjoyable moments, although my favorite scene is definitely Michael unveiling his top-of-the-line plasma screen TV and being so proud of its ability to get closer to the wall. Apparently, that was probably the hardest scene to film because every time Steve pushed the TV back, someone would crack. And if I remember right, John Krasinski had the hardest time keeping a straight face. I need to look up,
that small ass.
because a few years ago, one of the people I work with, like, is obsessed with The Office. It was like, wait, when you get to that episode, let me know. I'm sending you the bloopers. So yeah. I can just imagine. I mean, I fell out. As soon as I saw the TV size, I was done. I was like, I'm over. It's over.
The dinner part is crazy.
Excuse me. On a side note, this episode was actually the last episode written before the 2007-2008 Writers Guild of America strike. Although the strike did not affect filming of already written episodes, the cast refused to cross picket lines, and the episode was not filmed until the strike was over, 4 months later. Also, as a fun fact, is that B.J. Novak had an opportunity to talk with presidential candidate John McCain, who had professed his appreciation for The Office during an appearance on The Daily Show in which he jokingly announced that Dwight Schrute would be his running mate. To determine whether McCain's appreciation for the show was authentic or merely a media image, he asked the candidate what his favorite scene was. McCain said that his favorite joke was a video camera in Michael and Jan's bedroom. That was really subtle. It was really subtle.
Yeah.
Novik was impressed because this was a very quick joke. Yeah, great. Varys goes on to add one or two more details. Writer Gene Stupinitsky privately told Melora Hardin, Jan, to take Jim's hand and try to dance with him. None of the other actors knew this was going to happen, and their surprise is genuine. Also, later in the scene, for the line, I'm the devil, the scene was composed so that Jan is sitting in front of a roaring fire, and Michael is sitting among lit candles. Melora Hardin, Jan improvised the devil horns gesture. The laugh from Steve Carell was a genuine one. He covered it by turning into a sarcastic laugh, adding, she is the devil, I'm in hell! Finally, in regards to the scene where Jan threw a Dundee at the TV, it actually took them 4 TVs to get through the scene, which maybe explained the choice of TV from a production standpoint, as it was presumably cheaper to use the smaller
Obviously, yeah.
let alone a lot funnier. Looking forward to the next episode. Great insight. Very good comments. We still have more, though. Alright, we got David coming through to say, there's an extended cut version for this episode with over 7 minutes of extra scenes. A couple of those scenes are funny and worth a watch. And yes, you definitely need to watch the bloopers for this episode. They are hilarious. You guys just have to do a good job of reminding us to do that. We get so caught up in like our schedule that like I completely forget about making time for bloopers. So maybe we'll do that at the end of next month and just have you guys drop those links again. So since you guys know where we are with all the shows, you know which bloopers we should and shouldn't watch. Yeah. Alright. Lex says, amazing reaction. The TV into the wall kills me every time. Need more space. Boy, how do you say it? I can't think of how to say it. Never mind. Also, J Rabbit's face at Dwight saying it's purely carnal and that's all you need to know had me laughing so much. On a slightly more serious note, one thing I've come to appreciate about the Michael and Jan relationship is the portrayal of a decent, albeit ignorant and flawed male partner being completely consumed by the toxicity of a manipulative female partner. It's a real dynamic that many can see demonstrated at some point among the people they encounter, but it's one I don't see presented in entertainment media often, if ever. I think the show does a good job of presenting enough elements of the good and bad they have together to show how turbulent and toxic things are, and to show how those kinds of relationships rarely make sense from the outside and how hard it can be to watch someone be taken advantage of or who you know deserves better but doesn't see it themselves. Anyway, sorry for the heavy note. I'd like to finish by reminding anyone reading or listening that you are deserving of love and respect and being genuinely liked by your partner. And lastly, once again, wonderful reaction. Aw, thanks, Lex.
Appreciate it.
And great message. And good perspectives all around.
Yeah.
These are really good. Alright, Noah comes through to say, I just, 2 notes. I just wanted to express my extreme excitement about this reaction. Noah adds, love that we got to experience this episode with you. Such an amazing ride. Others will probably bring this up, but it is heavily implied that the song Hunter wrote is about Jan. Though whether Michael picks up on that is another discussion. Man, I'll have to listen to the lyrics again to see what it said, because I wasn't really paying attention.
Jan was feeling it anyway, though.
I mean, she was like,
that's her jam, right?
Yeah. Alright, we have E coming through to say, anyway, I think you've got it right that this is just cringe on top of cringe, and it's hard to watch. It's also hard to see where it leaves Jan and Michael. I also agree with you that Pam is the MVP this episode, especially how she reminds Jim that his apartment flooded, although why he couldn't have taken her with him is baffling to me, since he could have just said he needed some emotional support or someone to help retrieve his things.
He could
But
say.
Then Michael might insist that they all go. That's exactly what would have happened. Well, let's all go over there and help Jim. Again, I don't really like this episode, but I can respect it and its value. I don't like Michael. I don't like Jan. There's a lot of ad-libbing from them during this episode. To me, not being a fan of these characters make it difficult for me to watch, as I'd never want to go to the dinner party in any sense. For me, though, Jim and Pam really helped me through this episode. There is an episode later on with computer batteries that I find even cringier and harder to watch than this one. That's the most I would say about that episode, to avoid spoilers, but it's even more cringy than this one. Anyway, good reaction. Glad you liked the episode. I'm just in the small minority of people who don't, and that's also fine. I accept my place in that minority. Hey, it happens. Right. Changes of perspectives.
It is fine. Yeah.
It is totally fine. Alright, KM comes through to say, I have such a hard time watching certain super cringy episodes from The Office. There is one that I have never been able to get through, but I have seen Dinner Party at least 10 times. It's easier knowing Michael and Jen are mainly just hurting themselves. Angela, Andy, and Dwight all seem pretty unfazed, and Jim and Pam can handle all this cringe better than most. Jim even has some fun messing with Michael. Jan absolutely cracks me up this whole episode. She's a lunatic. And she definitely took Hunter's virginity, which makes her weird dancing funnier to me. I can't. It's so... I just want to die. There's also a lot of bloopers for this episode. The actors couldn't stop laughing. That makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, in that enclosed space like that.
Okay, and then a last couple of comments that I forgot to cut, so I just have to go to the comment itself. Alan comes through to say, snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap. Corey adds, the bloopers for this episode are a must. And then the last comment's from Brian, who says, you guys have a great channel. I was previously watching another group react to The Office, but they talked far too often and missed a lot of good jokes and storylines. You guys do a great job. Was that our first channel? You guys do a great job of listening and catching all kinds of subtle jokes and lines. Really loving the variety of your content as well. I love The Office, Scrubs, Rick and Morty, and of course Community. Loving your reactions, great channel, and happy to support it moving forward. Yeah, thanks, Brian. That's a great note to end on, and we really appreciate that. Alright, let's jump into The Office episode 10 right now.
Belly sassy opera singer?
No, she's a professional softball player.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Catcher or infield?
I don't know, Michael.
Is she a dress wearer or a pants wearer? Could we share a rowboat? Could a rowboat support her?
What are you asking?
I think I'm being very clear when I'm asking. Would an average size rowboat support her without capsizing?
I'm trying to say that.
Look at my face.
You're not answering the question.
No, all right, no, she can't fit in a rowboat.
Damn it, I knew it. Fitness.
Okay. What's wrong with these people? I would do anything for them, and they're just hanging me out to dry.
Yeah, they're not
Dating
even
shouldn't
looking
be
at
hard for
page
someone
86.
like me, but it is. And you know why? Because nobody
agree
here
with him, okay?
is willing to help me. Nothing would ever get done in this office without a formal request, would it? Well, fine.
Don't go about that shit.
No?
Well, that's coming.
Oh, right now?
No. I'm not going to do it right here. That would be rather lame.
It's $400 a month apartment.
Hey, move
Where do you
on.
want to go for dinner?
I kind of hate all our regular places right now. Oh! You know what? That one...
Hey, Pam.
Oh, you talking
Will
bullshit?
you wait for me 1 second?
Oh my god, he's just so fun with her over and over again.
I hate
Yeah!
No, I'm good. I'm good. Hey, Pam.
Oh my god, you thought I was...
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
Cheers.
Bye, bye, Miss Chair Model Lady.
Why is he
I
so
dreamt
silly?
that we were married and you treated me nice. We had lots of kids, drinking whiskey and rye. But why'd you have to go off and die? Why'd you have to go off and die? Oh, you believe in rock and roll and music, sing your mortal soul, and then you have to dance
Real slow.
Well, I know that you're in love with him, 'cause I saw you dancing in the gym. Little girl turned off her shoes.
They've been there all
Babe.
day.
This'll be the day that I die.
We were singing.
All
Bye.
right, that was episode 410 of The Office, and man, another good episode. I love the random little category that they chose to go with on here, the catalog chair model. I mean, that was just, it's so random but hilarious. How they just like, that's what Michael finna be stuck on for the whole episode. Yeah, I like the guys got the parking lots back, and I really like how Jim and Pam is about to be playing this. When it's gonna happen, when it won't. Now you got something to look forward to for that. But I mean, even if they don't, I just like them being together now and just like not awkward and say it. So I had a lot of fun with this episode. So I guess Jen is gone for now, as it seems. I'm sure she's gonna make some kind of crazy comeback. She's just a lunatic person. So yes, she will come back at some point, make a grand entrance, and it just F Michael head all up. Will Michael get with somebody else though? That's gonna be funny if that was to happen too. But I had a lot of fun with the jokes in here, and I just cannot wait to see where we go from here.
Yeah, I absolutely loved the way they ended it though with Dwight and Michael. I mean, this is just ridiculous.
That's
But
his
going to
best
her
bud.
grave, and then the song choice is just great as far as the transition from them being in the daytime, because it is such a catchy song, and like that's exactly what happened. So I thought that was just a great song choice in that moment, and just great all in all. Moment for the both of them. But yeah, his obsession over a model he saw in a magazine at one point. But he did speak to it earlier in the episode, like he's getting desperate, and desperate things cause, what did he say? Shit to happen fast. I don't know, whatever the word choice he used was essentially, at least he owned the fact that he was being desperate at this point. But I thought it was very entertaining in that regard. I love Kevin having a W, and especially the way he emoted that when he was trying to explain how rough it's been for him lately. I just
can't
thought
walk that far, man.
well, no, with everything though, like he's been having a rough time of all the things, and like to have a W come through.
About,
I thought that was just really great, and it was just a great Kevin moment. I also loved, I mean, it's just what Creed does, but his line about having almost 3 chairs, what the fuck does that mean? And like the fact that he just delivers it like it's so he's so deadpan and so dead ass serious. It's fucking brilliant, and I loved it every single time. That totally cracked me up. And then lastly, yes, the Jim and Pam situation is just so much better now that they're fully together. We don't have to deal with this will they, won't they kind of thing. It just flows so much better, and it was adorable. Like him getting down to tie his shoe. It's just so cute, and I love all of it, and I'm here for all of it. So all in all, another great episode. I will say too, when Dwight was talking to Mike about needing closure, I think that's where Jan's going to show up, because Michael essentially left Jan again, so Jan's going to have to show up again for closure. She's too much of a lunatic and too much of a catalyst for awesome TV that they can't just not have Jan show up again. There's no way. So looking forward to whenever that is, but all in all, a great episode, and can't wait for the next one.
All right, well, look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk reaction for The Office Season 4, Episode 10. And until next time, people, peace.